So I try to think of the best way to help you know why we should pay attention to a book, to the message of the book. And the name of this book, Perennial Seller, is about creating work that lasts. So about a month ago, my wife and I, we had binge watched everything we could. We've seen all of the British mysteries. We keep waiting for the new one. Grantchester was over. We finally get on Endeavor, but we need more to watch. And so we said, why don't we watch the great movies? And it turns out my wife had never seen Casablanca. Now, if you haven't watched Casablanca lately, I don't know if you know about this, but you can stream it. What an era we live in. So we watched Casablanca, and we said, you know, that's a classic. So the question is, what lasts? And it's not just about books, it's anything. So the book, Perennial Seller, The Art of Making and Marketing Work That Lasts, is a pretty good challenge. How do you make work that lasts? Turn to your handout, and by the way, you can't quite tell, but look on page 2, and if you look carefully at the book image, and you can look at it here, it looks like an old classic book cover. And so he intentionally did that. Why is this book worth our time? Number one, this book provides the order. First, you create, you make, you produce, and then and only then do you market. Number two, this book states in the strongest possible way how to start. Everybody take your pen and circle this phrase, create something great. That's really a challenge. And number three, this book will inspire you to do better work. So here's another introduction to this book. Now, let me read you a few of these quotes, and I won't read many of them. These are excerpts from the book. Look at page 3, and look at number 9. I humbly submit that longevity has been the aim of my work, says the author Ryan Holiday. How to make something last, whether it's for a few months, more than the average, or for a century, this has been my lifelong fascination. Number 14, don't overthink it. Just get out there and hustle. So I'm not trying to contrast with the book by Carl. This is quoting from Ryan Holiday. There's only one problem. It's terrible advice. It's terrible advice. I can't say I know too many people whose success was built by spending 1/5 of their time creating and 4/5 loudly hawking the work they've just thrown together. The kind of important, lasting work we are striving for is different. We're talking about making something that doesn't rely on hype or manipulative sales tactics. So let me pause here a second. We have a site, 15-minute business books, where we sell the audio of these in the handouts. You will see the price lower immediately within a month based on this book. I'm lowering the price. So, all right, turn to the next page. This is the quote of the book. It's great. Look at number 82. Ian Fleming. You may have heard of him. If you don't remember the name Ian Fleming, you may have heard of the guy he created named James Bond. Ian Fleming once wrote to his publisher, I bet your other authors don't work as hard for you as I do. He was right. So what the book is saying is create great product and then work very diligently over the long haul to market it. Now turn to page 9. On the left, I summarized the book. Making something that lasts, that people want, people use year after year, a perennial seller. This is a noble quest. It starts with making something that people want and need and love. First, do that. Then go to work to spread the word. This book starts at the right beginning point, then it provides the steps to follow. It's not easy, but it is doable. 6 lessons and takeaways. To create a perennial seller, identify and study true perennial sellers. What did they do? Figure out what made them and makes them perennial sellers. Number 6, to create a perennial seller, be patient and keep at it over the very long haul. I think this is a terrific book. Perennial Seller, The Art of Making and Marketing Work That Lasts. I hope you found this useful. Thank you very much.